Good afternoon to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another top 5 video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme New York's Fall/Winter 2023 collection. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, we've got a busy week ahead of us. I've got a lot of things to cover. I've got to cover the latest weekly drop of Palace's Spring 2024 season, the lookbook for Supreme's Spring/Summer 2024 season. Obviously this video where I'm talking about my top 5 favorite pieces of the Fall/Winter 2023 season. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the drop list for week 1 of the Spring/Summer 2024 season. So it is gonna be a big week, and I knew that was going to be the case. I went away for a couple days, went to a music festival, and I knew coming back it was going to be a big week for videos. So I'll have to get around it. I'll have to get on top of it. Unfortunately, going to that music festival, I did lose my favorite Kangol hat, or at least I think I have. I can't find it anywhere. So, yeah. Lots has happened over the past week, but I'm keen to get into it, keen to cover the latest things that are going on in the streetwear, sneaker, and fashion world. And I guess to kick it off, I've got to talk about my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme's Fall/Winter 2023 season, because I can't start covering the latest season without rounding off the last season. So I'll talk about my top 5 favorite pieces from that season. It was really difficult to actually pick my top 5 favorite. I could have probably picked an easy top 10 because there were just a lot of nice hats and a lot of nice t-shirts that I really wanted to highlight in this video, but realistically I can only talk about the 5. Maybe I could do a top 10 video, but I'm just going to stick to the 5. I have rounded it off to 5. I'll talk about how I would wear them, what I like about them, what my favorite colors are, everything about them. I'll be using a Supreme community page to cover all 5 of those items. Let's kick it off. Let's start talking about my 5th favorite piece from the season. To kick it off, guys, for piece number 5, it's gonna go to the reversible Houndsleuth overcoat. This released in the 4th week of the Fall/Winter 2023 season. It's a Belandi wool blend, so not 100%, some kind of percentage ratio there, with a front button closure, button welt hand pockets at lower front with button tab adjusters at the cuffs, logo applique on the back, and cotton blend reversible side with button welt hand pockets at lower front. And you'll see how that all kind of pans out when we go through all the different colors there. The fabric is made in Italy, and they're specifically talking about that wool as it is a very luxurious wool. It came in at around $800 for the retail price, and I would love it in any of the colors. Probably the tan the most, but the reversible color of the yellow here to where it turns to black is actually really lovely as well. So I'm happy with either or colors. I think both colors are fantastic. I'll cycle through and try and showcase all those details to you. So here is the tan color. It comes with a little Supreme pin attached to the collar there. Here is the back of it there. You can see the Supreme logo. It's not super in your face. It's kept to a tonal design so it matches the pattern all over the actual overcoat itself. Then when we reverse it, it has this beautiful tan color, little Supreme logo on the chest there, but that's really about it. Fantastic color, love the tan color. Here is the black or yellow, whichever you want to call it, again featuring another pin on the collar, featuring a lovely all-over pattern design. On the back, a little bit more of a obvious Supreme logo there, but still really nice. Then we have the reversible side, the black. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Easy to wear color, fantastic material, reversible. So if you feel like going with a solid color one day and you've got something else that's got a pattern or is really vibrant, you can use the solar color as your option for that day. But if you got a very simple outfit and want to throw a pattern at it, bam, this overcoat has you covered. And it's fantastic. I just really like it. I just think both colors are fantastic. Reversible, Both colors that it reverses into are fantastic. I love overcoats. I could definitely see myself wearing this for the 5 days in winter where it's cold enough in Australia to wear something like this. And I would love it for those 5 days a year. It would just have to compete with all the other jackets that I'd want to wear in those 5 days. But it's fantastic. I'd wear it to the office. I'd just wear it over the top of my work uniform, which is really only black and white in color in most cases. So I think the black color would actually work quite well with that. But it's just an awesome piece. I love it. I had to give it spot number 5. Now for piece number 4, well, we have a collaborative piece with a brand that I very much love, but don't actually have any pieces from. We have, for piece number 4, the Supreme Shot Shearling Bomber jacket. It's exactly what I want in a jacket, although I do just love really heavy jackets. It's exactly what I need. This piece came out in week 13 of the fall-winter 2023 season. It features a sheepskin suede with a shearling lining and collar, full zip closure, as we can obviously see. Various details about the pockets are mentioned here with the knit rib cuffs and elastic hem. I mean, knit rib cuffs is always a nice detail, and an elastic hem. I like that when elastic hems are super tight initially, because I love the effect of like having it kind of, I guess, balloon out but then come in really tight at the waist. I think it just looks really nice. Anyway, it does have a jacquard logo tapping at the interior, but this piece is made exclusively for Supreme. I'm sure Shot does have a shearling bomber jacket, but the intricate little details here for this collaboration are kept exclusively for this fall-winter 2023 collab. And it came in 3 colors: black on black, a brown, and a red. I love all 3. My least favorite is probably going to be the red and black, but I don't hate that color. It's like, I would definitely wear this myself. I love red, I love black. I'm literally wearing a red and black Supreme piece from many years ago. It's an awesome piece. I think I'd either go for it in the tan or the black. As we can see, it features that exact design that I kind of want, where it balloons out a little bit and then comes in tightly. The sheepskin suede is the centerpiece here. There's no huge logos on it. There's nothing like that. They've kept it very conservative, and I really like it for that. I really like the shearling collar and interior. This piece is going to keep you very warm, and it is also going to be very heavy, but also a very hefty price tag came along with it. Would I pay that price tag? I might need to keep investing and eventually get enough dividends that can kind of cover that price tag. Otherwise, I think I might just need to stick to vintage leather jackets at the current moment. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Shot would have me absolutely covered in that department as well, because they've got some fantastic vintage jackets as well. Here's the black color. We can see the Supreme branding kind of on the inside of the zip, but it's not super apparent from the outside, which I can really appreciate as well. We have the black on black color showcased here. I think this looks fantastic as well. I think all 3 colors are great. I have literally no complaints about any of the colors or the piece in general. I really enjoy it. The only downside is that price tag, understandably, but yeah, I really enjoyed this piece. People, they didn't even really vote on it from the season. They weren't even really too keen on it, but I really do appreciate the Supreme Shot collaborations, and a lot of the pieces that they released together I really enjoy, and I definitely had to give this piece a shout out as piece number 4. Now for piece number 3, we've got probably one of my favorite patchwork pieces from Supreme ever, because it's just beautiful. It's a collaborative piece with Japanese brand Black Means. I really loved this collaboration. It was probably my favorite collaboration of the whole season. We have, I'll give it its full title, the Supreme Black Means Patchwork Zip Up Hooded Sweater. It only came in 1 color, black, but really it's a mixture of a bunch of different colors. It's an all cotton with hand patchworked pattern and full zip closure. So yeah, It's very intricate there. Pouch pocket at the lower front with embroidered logo on the chest, which is tonal. You can sort of see it there. It's very hard to see though. Made exclusively for this Supreme collab. It did come with a very hefty price tag, but I do really like this piece. I like the repair techniques that are done on the brown pieces. It feels very authentically Japanese by having these handmade repaired techniques applied to various patches on this piece. I really like the color. I hope that it comes in a short cut and isn't a really elongated hoodie. I assume it would be a quite short cut for a hoodie like this, but I suppose that's the one thing I can't really gauge from just the photos. I can kind of get an idea if the length of the hoodie is shorter than the sleeves, but here it kind of looks like it's all even. So again, like I'm saying, hard to make that call, but I hope to own this piece one day, and I'll definitely let you know how the fit goes, and I'll show it on body if I do ever get around to buying it. But yeah, you can see some of the, you know, purposefully repaired detailing here. You can see the mix of the different cotton fabrics used all over it. It's just a fantastic piece. I love the colors. I love the ribbing they've used for the hood, for all the other sections of the piece. There's no complaints from me. I really like it. I do love a lot of Japanese fashion. You guys know that I collect a lot of Japanese brands and wear a lot of Japanese brands. So seeing Supreme collaborate with them is fantastic. I love it. Yeah, it's great. No complaints about it. Probably the same comments about piece number 4 I'll make about piece number 3 here. The price tag could have been a bit cheaper. But oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. It's a lovely piece that released in week 16, and I had to give it a shout out in this video, guys. Absolutely love it. It is piece number 3. For piece number 2, I mean, of course I was going to put a bunch of leather jackets in my top 5 favorite pieces from a Supreme season. They always hit so well for me. What we have for piece number 2 is the woven leather varsity jacket that released in week 2, very early on in the season. It is a woven lambskin leather with fill and satin lining, full zip closure as you'd expect, interior chest pocket as I'd expect, elasticized leather cuffs and hem. Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, as I expect. Leather logo, applique at the back, and you will see it, and I love it. So I hope that these photos can kind of give it justice, but we got it in 2 colors, black on black or banana yellow. Could I rock both? Yeah, I could. I think the yellow would look really nice over the top of just something like a white shirt or tank top, washed out blue denim, and some chunky sneakers or something like that, and maybe play around with the hat. I think wearing this like a lot of hip hop and music stars in general wear like Pele jackets, I think you can wear that so effortlessly like that, and that's exactly how I envision that I would wear these types of pieces. I would definitely wear it like that. Here is the woven detailing that we can see on the front. I just think it looks fantastic. I've never seen a leather jacket like this with woven leather detailing like this before, and I just fell in love with it because of that. The Supreme community was a bit hit or miss on it, but I really liked it. I thought it was an awesome jacket, and when I heard it was a satin lining, I was like, ooh! It's like all the vintage leather jackets that I have that are in my wardrobe. It's just fantastic. We can see the banana yellow logo here and a very classic Supreme logo on the back. I'll showcase that to you in the black as well if I missed that before. There we go there. So it features that Supreme logo on the back there. No woven design on, I guess, the inner side of the arm there, but that's probably a good reason. It's probably precautionary to just have it as a full leather patch, probably because if you were to put it on like tables and stuff, if it gets caught, I don't know what kind of damage we're going to look at if it gets like significantly caught and then like the leather starts to unravel. I hope that it would just be really durable and would never get to that point, but I could understand why on the most, I guess, worn parts of the jacket you're gonna have that design choice to have that instead. I totally get that, so fair enough. this piece would weigh a lot. I can imagine it's going to be a couple kilos, but I'm completely here for it. I love it. I love the woven design, the Supreme logo on the back. Choosing a tonal design is awesome. Could I go for the banana yellow color? I mean, yeah, like I could. Would I over the black? Probably not, but I'd be happy with either color. I really like everything about it. The material choice, the design choice, the cut. There's nothing I can complain about here. I really enjoyed this piece. I love seeing Supreme do leather jackets, especially collaborative leather jackets. And yeah, I just really like it when Supreme does jackets that are like Pele jackets. Just fantastic. So had to give it a shout out. Love this piece. It deserves spot number 2. Now for piece number 1, I think the main reason that I feel very drawn to this piece is because I had to get rid of my only leather motorcycle jacket in my wardrobe, and I've been craving one ever since. And I had to give it away to my family members because like it's a beautiful piece that's been handed down through the generations, but it's just not big enough for me. It's just, I'm just too broad and I'm not thin enough. I just can't fit in it. And now that I've given it away, I've got that hunger. I want another leather motorcycle jacket. So when I saw Supreme do a collaborative one with Black Means in the lookbook, I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's fantastic. It comes in 2 colors, but we'll dive into the other materials. The other details. The details that we have for it though is it released in week 16. It wasn't super favorable in a lot of people's eyes, probably because of the price tag, but it has a custom fit. It's painted with a quilted poly lining, full zip closure as I would always expect from a motorcycle jacket. We've got a belted front and zip openings at the cuffs. I've never actually had a motorcycle jacket where the belt actually can tighten quite comfortably and I would wear it with it belted up, but I hope with how Supreme does the fits on a lot of their pieces, I could probably get the biggest size of this and it would fit quite comfortably, where it's on that borderline of loose but also fit, which is exactly what I want from a motorcycle jacket. It's just unfortunate that like 80% of the time whenever I try one on, it's always on the very fit too small side instead of that comfortable middle ground that you want from a jacket like this. But anyway, it has some debossed logos on the front, snap pocket and on the back, printed graphic on the sleeve, which we can kind of see here, made in Japan exclusively for Supreme. Made in Japan, leather jacket, motorcycle jacket. It feels very authentic. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. We can see the 2 colors here. Here is the black. I really love its like aged look to it with the leather that they've chosen. I don't know if the black has been painted over to give that aged look or if it's just the materials that they've used to give that kind of look, but I think it's fantastic. I love the black. The black is it's just fantastic. It's fantastic. I want it, but I know it's going to be impossible to find. Here is, I'll scroll back up. Here it is in the front. We can see a small pocket here, multiple across the front there. Not a double rider's jacket from what I know, so just a single zip closure there. There might be, if we can see an opening here and we can have a look to see if there's 2 zips for 2 different sizing adjustments there, but potentially just a single zip. That's okay though. You just have to be wary, I guess, if you're either a bigger person or a smaller person width wise, because there's only one, I guess, sizing adjustment with the zip there. With, you know, double zips and things like that, you're able to adjust it a little bit more freely there. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. I love it. I really enjoy it. I think it looks fantastic. Here is the light green color, which I said was more of a light blue, and I still feel that way. It looks like it's been worn in. It looks like that someone bought the black one, painted it, but then it's just been decades of use, and the black is coming back through again. I really like the look of that to it. We can see the graphic that it was talking about down the arm there. We've got that diamond quilt interior there, fantastic. Zip pocket on the inside, which is not very common for this type of style of jacket. Normally it's just a smaller pocket on the left hand side. We can see the co-branding on that small pocket there. would not be able to see that from a distance, so I'm really glad we have a zoomed in photo of it. I love it. And like I said, I think it's because I had to give away my one that I inherited from my family, but it really got me wanting it. And either I get an undercover one that's going to cost me an arm and a leg, or I get this one that's going to cost me an arm and a leg, or realistically I just go buy a vintage one that actually fits really well. That's probably the thing I'll have to go with, because these are going to be dumb expensive. But yeah, it's a fantastic piece. I love it, and I had to say it was my favorite piece of the fall winter 23 season. I could see myself wearing that all the time in the colder seasons in Australia, because it's just such a beautiful piece. But yeah, that's it guys. That is my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme's fall winter 2023 season. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of the pieces that I mentioned. Did you pick up any of them when they dropped in the weekly drops in the season? Do you also want any of them as well? I'd love to hear anything you have to say about the pieces or the list down in that comment section below. But that's all I really got to say guys. That is my top 5 favorite pieces from the fall winter 2023 season. As I mentioned though, I could have easily made it a top 10 because there are some fantastic pieces that I unfortunately didn't get to give a shout out to in this video. Some lovely graphic shirts, some lovely hats, definitely some pieces that I'd love to pick up eventually. I just have to move into my own place, hopefully by the end of this month, and then we can have a look at wardrobe expansion once I start paying off the mortgage. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy covering Supreme and talking about the seasons and stuff. Like, there's a lot of really nice pieces in a Supreme season. There is obviously a lot of misses as well, like not a lot of great pieces, but you pick and choose, you know? There's definitely some lovely pieces throughout. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the fall winter 2023 season. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what your top 5 favorite pieces were from the season. Let me know what you have to say about all that down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering the upcoming Supreme season and all its weekly drops and collaborations, you know what I'm going to ask you for. I'm going to ask you for the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. And if you have already subscribed, tell a couple mates, because we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,815 subscribers before the end of the month. We are very, very close from hitting that milestone, guys, and hopefully with your continuous support, we'll be able to reach it before the end of February. But that is all I have to say, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm very keen to covering the latest season that is dropping very shortly. So until the next Streetwear Talk video, until the next drop list video, until the next Supreme video in general, guys, I'll catch you later.